Good morning, it's January 2nd. Happy New Year.
Let's get ready. I'm doing this video because the last time I did it, I got a lot of people viewing it and a lot of likes. So I'm going to try it again, even though the content of my channel is supposed to surround a very sensitive topic that I have passion for, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, an escalated version of PMS. Go check out some of my videos. You might know somebody who could use some of the information. As I usually mention, I use CeraVe Daily Moisturizer. It's affordable. It works for me. Then, of course, after that dries, I go ahead and go in with my Neutrogena primer, my Neutrogena primer shine control. It also blurs the look of pores, which I always say that I have big pores, thanks to my mom. Then I put my Revlon redness eraser, because I have rosacea. Again, thanks to my mother.
I love my mom. I'm going to talk about her in another video. I lost her in 2014 to suicide. That's a sensitive topic.
Next, I'm going to go in with my 24-hour infallible 24-hour full wear concealer. And I always mention in my videos, well, the 3 that I've done about makeup, that there's nothing professional about what I'm doing. This is just me doing what works for me and using the products that I've found that work for me. And I'm 56 years old, and when I was in my 20s, I thought more money means more results. More expensive, better the product. And I don't believe that anymore. Well, I stopped believing that when I couldn't afford them anymore. I do use this dual brush for concealer, and then I use a different one for my foundation. Going back to work, what a drag. I hope everybody had a happy New Year and a safe New Year's Eve. Guess what I was doing? Sleeping. You know, at this point in my journey, I just want peace and tranquility. I used to go out all the time. I used to get drunk or whatever, because I'm a binge drinker, and I am a recovering alcoholic of 5 months, so just don't want to do it anymore. I was able to stop cold turkey. Just don't want to do it anymore. Plus, I got cancer last April. So once the body starts putting on that check engine light, you better make some changes. Just saying. True story. Christmas Eve, the man I was dating for 7 months, after not having a solid boyfriend for 4 years, came over, and I was having a moment. I usually have these moments or episodes the last week of the month, like solid. There's no loosey-goosey up, this month, this week, that week, this month. It's been pretty solid. And I was having one of those moments, and he sensed it. I sensed it. The energy was thick, and I told him I was having, a hard time, and he could tell. And he asked me if I wanted him to leave, and at first I said no. But then after he laid down next to me to start watching TV, I felt this incredible feeling that just felt off. So I ended up asking him, I'm going to take him up on the offer. Christmas Eve, it was awful. And he left. And after thinking about the whole thing for days, I decided to go back to being alone. And he totally understood, because I had warned him about my disorder from the very beginning. Super transparent, super honest, super just vomiting all the information I could about my disorder, my past, and everything, so that he knew what he was stepping into with me. Because apparently, every time I try and get in a relationship, this monthly cycle rears its ugly head. And I mean, the way things go is I have a brain sensitivity, high, overreactive brain neurosystem that reacts to hormonal fluctuations. When I had premenstrual dysphoric disorder, it was like the brain sensitivity went off the charts. That's how they describe premenstrual dysphoric disorder now. Brain sensitivity to hormonal fluctuation in the luteal phase of menstruation, which is the week before your period. Boy, did I have that for 40 plus years. I've been diagnosed with it. I've been struggling with it for years. And then when I went into menopause, I thought everything was going to go away. But that's not the case. It did not. Little waves I still have. And for that reason, I still react in the relationships. So if I get mad at something, or I see something that I have the right to be angry over, I would go off and go on and on and on and overreactive. And that's not being, that's my self-confidence, and that's a me issue, but that's also tied into this disorder. Low self-confidence, self-doubt, self-critical, so it all ties their ugliness together. But the guys didn't deserve it, and neither did I, and that's what ends up happening. This is Morphe foundation, and I absolutely love it. Just some regular Revlon blush here. I'm going to try the cream, but not today. Here's that MAC product that I slipped about. MAC, it's such a beautiful shade. So yeah, I walked away from a relationship after 7 months, and I thought it was going to be a ride or die. I really did. I knew this guy from when I was 14 years old. We reconnected after running into each other over the years. It's been like 40 years, and it was very, very interesting. And 7 months ago, he reached out to me on Facebook Messenger. I just realized that I didn't put my band on, and stuff got in my hair a little bit. It's okay, because it's the weekend, and I'll probably wash it anyway. So I'm going to go in with this Army Green Le Shadow Stick by L'Oreal. And I actually thought this was one of those last forever ones, but we'll see. It's kind of creamy. Like, really creamy. It's not like powdery, which I like the powder better. I'm going to smudge it around. This is the one I usually use, is the color tattoo. I guess I thought it was the same because they look the same. They have the same girth. Look, they're from the same family. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black that I usually use by Milani, the Stay Put eyeliner. Love it. Take the smudger out and see if I could smudge this green around. It doesn't look that green, but whatever. And immediately goes in my creases. I hate that. So, right away, you have to put on the setting spray. I forget to put that on, and I put on my mascara, and that's a problem, because then I'm stuck with trying to keep my eyes open, because the setting spray will make this all like little marks of your mascara, because you can't, and hot mess. So, yeah, sometimes we forget things, right? Especially at this age. Let me go ahead and go in there again and clean out those marks. Anyway, I definitely arrived a little late to the party of makeup products and putting on makeup and self-care and skincare. I was too busy living life the wrong way. Anyway, that was then. This is now. Primer. I'll poke myself. So, back in the saddle again, I am. And I've been going through it the last couple of days. I really didn't see myself after meeting him being alone anymore, and that I'd have somebody to grow into retirement with. Someone to hold my hand while I'm 80 years old. And all that went down the drain. So I'll be by myself again. And probably until I die. And that's what my slogan was before I met him. My ex was saying, you know, why are you single? Why are you still single? I just don't get it. That was at the beginning. See? The honeymoon phase. Where I kept all my insecurities really, really deep inside. Even after I told him things. But anyway, midway through I said, now you know. I gotta give him a lot of credit. He did try and hang in there as long as he could. I take medication now. I started before menopause to help manage the mood swings with the premenstrual dysphoric disorder. But now that I'm in menopause and the relationship was putting a huge strain on my mental health, I went ahead and asked what else we can do. So he added in some other medication. It's been helping a lot. But unfortunately, I still had the hormonal fluctuations and the brain's still awoken. The beast within. Can't stand it. It's almost like a muscle memory of my brain. It just right into that direction. Lip liner. I kind of color in the lip a little with the lip liner. It's one of my favorites. I love it. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational Gone Beige. My diary entry for the day. How's that look? Make it a great day.